Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapyat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu madidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, where are we in our text? And Puneet, would you chant this evening?
Second chapter, I think.
Page 64.
Is Ganesh online?
Yeah, I'm here, Jim.
Okay. I didn't see you. Are your camera off?
Yeah, I turned it off.
It's all right. You can leave it off.
Was it chapter 2 or chapter 3?
Are we starting chapter 3?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Page 64. I think he said. All right.
Guna, Viguna, Vibhago. Oh, actually, it's a different writer. Guna, Viguna, Vibhago. Vartate naiva kinchit. Ati.
I think the meter is da da di da da di da da di da 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 da. Is that the one?
Yeah, I think so. Guna, Viguna, Vibhago. Vartate. No, actually, it's a different meter.
Oh well.
Vartate naiva kinchit. Rati virati vihinam nirmalam nishprapancham. Guna viguna vihinam vyapakam. Vishwarupam katham aham iha vande vyomarupam shivam vai. The distinction of quality and absence of quality does not exist in the least. How shall I worship Shiva, the Absolute, who is devoid of quality and absence of quality, who is devoid of attachment and detachment, who is of the form of ether, omniform, beyond illusion, and all-pervading?
So one of the things that happens for us, we go through this discrimination between the self and the not self. Later on, we discern the difference between Nirguna Brahman, Saguna Brahman, Brahman with qualities, Brahman without qualities. But in the worship of Lord Shiva, which is another name for Atmaramana, reveling in the self, it involves even self-forgetting. Forget the world. And in the mind, even forgetting all our ideas of the self. This shunya citta, this emptiness of mind. All the distinctions and the discriminations behind. Next verse.
Shweta Divarana Rahito Niyatam Shivascha Cha Karyam Hi Karanam Idam Hi Param Shivascha Cha Evam Vikalpa Rahito Ahamalam Shivascha Cha Swatmanam Atmamani Sumitra Katham Namami. Shiva, the Absolute, is ever without white and other colors. This effect and cause are also the Supreme Shiva. I am thus the pure Shiva, devoid of all doubt. O beloved friend, how shall I bow to my own self in myself?
Yes. So the God to be worshipped is not out there. Those of you who've been in my living room, over there on the table between the two white armchairs is a marble statue of Lord Shiva, and he's white, he's Shveta. That's not it. Another meaning of Shiva is auspiciousness. So the highest form of worship, what in Narada Bhakti Sutra we call Parama Prema, the supreme love of the Lord. Is the mind yoked to the self. The mind that's become no mind. The mind that Swamiji used to say commits harakiri, psychic suicide. When the mind sees its own unreality. When the mind itself grasps, can't think a real thought. No perception is real. No experience is real. It appears as the world of name and form is Brahman. There's no inside, no outside, no extroversion of the mind, no introversion of the mind, none of it has meaning anymore. And again, this is difficult explain in words. All I can tell you is, after many years, I'd go to see Swamiji, pranam. I didn't even listen to much of what he said anymore, to be very honest with you. Because at that point, the teaching was not about words. Just sit at his lotus feet. Tune my mind. Billion miles away. Blah, 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 blah. He was so empty. So when I was in Jaipur in 2015 with my friend Dave Dutt, and I got a chance to get the darshan of his guru, Bhuvaneshwarananda. And Dave Dutt asked him what his sadhana was. And mind you, this is a Kriya Yoga tradition. You know, it's very similar to the Self-Realization Fellowship. Traces itself back to Sri Yukteswar, then Lakshmi Mahasaya, and then Babaji. And everybody calls him Gurudev. What he said was, I just sat at Pahari Baba's feet for 7 years. Just tuning to the Master. This is the way Ramana Maharshi taught. No words. Next verse.
Nirmula mula rahito isadoti toham. Nirdhuma dhuma rahito isadoti toham. Nirdipa dipa rahito isadohi toham. Yanamritam samarasam gagano pama oham. I am devoid of root and rootlessness, and am ever manifest. I am devoid of smoke and smokelessness, and am ever manifest. I am devoid of light and absence of light, and am ever manifest.
And ever manifest?
Yeah. Okay. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
Oh, yes. This will become a refrain for the whole rest of this chapter, that culminating verse. So all these ideas, the self is the mula, the root of the entire creation, but I'm rootless. All of these descriptions. In the Upanishads, we have the path of smoke and the path of light, all meaningless in the end. I is beyond all manifestation, and yet is all manifestation. And again, if this is hard to grasp intellectually, it is. You simply go to the dream state. You are the God of your dream. In the dream state, you have a dream body with a dream ego, and you perceive a world of name and form outside, and a world of thoughts and feelings inside. But all of that is nothing but your mind appearing as all that. It is nothing but you, yet none of it touches you. That relationless relationship. I am the nectar of knowledge. Read that part again. He uses the word rasam, doesn't he?
Samarasam.
Samarasam. Yes. That's even better than Priya's rasam. Good. Homogeneous existence, like the sky, like the space. And it's this idea of rasam, something you taste. Those of us who come from the Judeo-Christian background, one of my favorite psalms from the Hebrew scripture has a verse, taste and see the goodness of the Lord. Love that. There's a Sufi saying that, oh, so-and-so has the taste. Same idea. Next verse.
Nishkama kama iha nama katham vadami. Nisanga sanga iha nama katham vadami. Nisara sara rahitam ja katham vadami. Jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoaham. How shall I speak of desirelessness and desire? How shall I speak of non-attachment and attachment? How shall I speak of him as devoid of substance and insubstantiality? I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
Yes. Very interesting. You almost never hear or see the first person singular, vadami. I speak. It's very personal that way. How can we articulate all these apparent distinctions, dualities, discriminations? The nectar, the rasam of knowledge, homogeneous existence like this. Beautiful poetry. Next one.
Advaita rupam akhilam hi katham vadami. Dvaita swarupam akhilam hi katham vadami. Nityam tvanityam akhilam hi katham vadami. Jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoaham. How shall I speak of the whole, which is non-dual? How shall I speak of the whole, which is of the nature of duality? How shall I speak of the whole, which is eternal and non-eternal? I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So he's riffing on that classic Upanishadic Shanti mantra, Purnam Madaha. That meaning ultimate reality is full. This meaning the phenomenal world is full. This of the phenomenal world has issued forth from the fullness of that. Take the fullness of this away, fullness still remains. Forget it all. World, no world. In the end, listen carefully, there is no such thing as worldly pleasure. Early days of our work, Shankar will say, avoid sense pleasures from a distance. Otherwise, you will mistake a snake for a rope. He reverses it. I think it's just a harmless rope. Oh no, it's a snake. It'll bite you and you'll get attached. So more vasana. For the woman of wisdom, how can I get attached to something that's fundamentally shunyata, empty? So for the Avadhuta, there are no rules. Again, don't rationalize bad behavior. By bad, I don't mean the world judges it. I mean, is it causing you to suffer? It's a spiritual axiom that if I'm disturbed, no matter the cause, I'm the one with the klesha. Only you can discern whether or not you're truly seeing reality and sporting with the world. Any thoughts on this? Had a conversation with a student several months ago. We were talking about Tantra, and they used the expression, I thought in Tantra, you could have your cake and eat it too, where you can go into the world and use that as sadhana. There is truth to that. But I have news for you. Both the path of Tantra and the path of jnana culminate in vairagya, mature dispassion for the world. What's the difference? In Tantra, you let go of the world because you've had the crap beaten out of you. Path of jnana, you let go of the world out of insight. Any thoughts on this? All right, next verse.
Sthulam hino nahi klisham na gata gatam hi adyanta madhya rahitam na paraparam hi satyam vadami khalu vai paramartha tattvam yanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. It is neither gross nor subtle. It has neither come nor gone. It is without beginning, middle, and the end. It is neither high nor low. I am truly declaring the highest truth and reality. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So what he's pointing at here, the self is self-evident. It is always knowing itself as the self. No one ever doubts that they are. Our perception of the world, in fact, is the self-evidence of Brahman. There's nothing else to see, to know, other than the self. Sarva Maya, Sarva Ananda. It's all Maya. It's all bliss. This is the highest truth. No inside, no outside. And the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence, like the sky. Moha, I think, is the word he's using for sky here, isn't it?
Gagana.
Gagana. Okay. Next one.
Samvidhi sarvakar karani nabho nibhani samvidhi sarva vishascha nabho nibhascha samvidhi chaika mamalam nahi bandhamuktam jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. Know all instruments of perception to be like ethereal space. Know all objects of perception to be like ethereal space. Know this pure one as either bound nor free. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So anything in the world of name and form is ephemeral. Now, this is direct experience for the person of wisdom. If you thin the mind, the world will thin out. You will begin to experience that the perception of it is just like a light show, like a transparency, like a hologram. Only Brahman is here. The nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky. Next one.
निर्भवी भावरहितो न भवामि वत्स निर्योग योगरहितो न भवामि वत्स.
Page missing?
I was stuck. निश्चित चित्तरहितो न भवामि वत्स ज्ञानामृतं समरसं गगनोपमोहम्. My child, I am not devoid of non-existence and existence. My child, I am not devoid of unity and absence of unity. My child, I am not devoid of mind and absence of mind. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So we come to a place where we give up the netty stuff. I am not this, I am not this. In the end, when the mind becomes stupefied, all the aids to contemplation that we get in the scriptures no longer useful. The classic image, of course, is the knowledge that's in the Upanishads is the boat that takes us across the ocean of samsara to the other shore of liberation. But when you get to the other shore, get out of the boat. At least for a moment, let everything go. Next one.
Nirmoha moha padaviti name vikalpo nishoka shoka padiviti name vikalpaha nirlobha lobha padaviti name vikalpo jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. It is not my ignorance that the one beyond illusion seems to be posited in illusion. It is not my ignorance that the griefless one appears to be posited in grief. It is not my ignorance that the greedless one appears to be posited in greed. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So, in the scriptures, we posit that this jiva needs to realize its essential nature, and then it becomes free from bandha, bondage. We talk about both bondage and liberation occurring to the mind. All of that, drop it. I was never born, I was never bound. I'll give up that idea. It's a beautiful refrain. I invite you to memorize just the refrain. Use it as a way to just let go of it. Next one.
Samsara sanatatilata nacha me kadachit santosha santate sukho nacha me kadachit Ajnana bandha namidam nacha me kadachit jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. The creeper-like growth of worldly existence is never mine. The joy of extended contentment is never mine. This bondage of ignorance is never mine. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So the point here is, like in the dream state, if I have a wonderful, pleasant dream, or I have a nightmare, does either touch me, the waker? So also, for the person of steady wisdom, we've given up concerns about the creeper of existence, trying to be free from the bondage, because none of it touches me. I am the rasam, the juice, the bliss of knowledge, the nectar. Not knowing stuff, but a pure being. Homogeneous existence. Next one.
Sansara santati-rajo nacha me vikara santapa santati-mato nacha me vikara sattvam swadhya sattvam swadharma janakam nacha me vikaro jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. The activity involved in the extension of relative existence is not a modification of myself. The gloom, which is the expansion of grief, is not a modification of myself. The tranquility, which produces one's religious merit, is not a modification of mine. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So, all of the various mind states, positive and negative, virtuous or vicious, all are shunyata. None of them touch me. Beyond the mind, all its states. Next one.
Santapa dukkha janako na vidhi kadachit santapa yoga janitam namana kadachit yasmadaham kritiriyam nacha me kadachit jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. I have never any action which is the cause of regret and misery. Mine is never a mind which is the product of experience of misery. Since this egoism never is mine, I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
Yes. Again, more of these ideas. Nothing in the world of name and form has any substance to it. Therefore, I ultimately have no concern for even stupid mind states. They don't belong to me. Untouched. Jnanam amritam. I am the nectar.
Is he implying that all conditioning is gone?
Yes. Yes. Doesn't mean it disappears. It's like the movies.
It's like a mirage, right?
Like what?
A mirage.
I don't understand what you're saying, dear.
It's okay.
Mirage.
Mirage. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Seen but not real. Next one.
Nishkampa kampa nidhanam navikalpa kalpa swapna prabodha nidhanam nahita hitam hi nisara sara nidhanam nacharacharam hi jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. I am the death of the movement of the unmoving one. I am neither decision nor indecision. I am the death of sleep and wakefulness. I am neither good nor evil, neither the moving nor the unmoving. I am the death of the substance of the insubstantial. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So this world is jada, inert. That is the death of it all. He's doing a play on words. The word for death is mrit. And the word he's using for nectar, jnanam amritam, isn't that what he's saying?
Yeah, nectar of knowledge.
Nectar of knowledge, but it also means immortality, the opposite of death. Dead to this world. In second chapter of Gita, Krishna says to the yogi of steady wisdom, what's day to her is night to all others. And what's day to all others is night to him. So the people out there, the normies, the earthlings, it's people, family, job, bank accounts, houses, politics, vacations, stuff. For them, it's real. For them, it's important. For the woman of steady wisdom, dead to it. Even watching their own body march through the junk heap, the cremation ground of life. But the person of steady wisdom has this nectar of knowledge. And for the people out there, they don't even know it exists. And the Master Jesus talked about it a lot. My kingdom is not of this world. I am in the world, but not of it. It's interesting. One of my favorite stories out of the Christian Bible, the New Testament. Young man comes to Jesus and he says, Rabbi, what's the greatest commandment? And Jesus says, how do you read the law? He says, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and soul and mind and strength. And the second is like unto the first, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And Jesus said, you are very close to the kingdom of God. Go, sell all that you own and give it to the poor. Come and follow me. And the young man went away with a heavy heart because he was a man of great wealth. He was so close to the truth, but could not take that last step. Doesn't mean you and I physically need to give our stuff away and give it to the poor. Inside, we all have to become sannyasis. There's no other way. No other way. Next verse. How many more in this verse, in this chapter? A bunch?
Yeah, many more.
Okay, so we got another, 20 minutes, okay.
No vedya veda kamidam, nacha hetu tarkyam, vacha magocharamidam, namano na buddhi. Evam katham hi bhavata, katham yami tattvam, jnanamritam samarasam, gaganopamoham. This self is neither knowable nor the instrument of knowing. It is neither reason nor the one to be reasoned about. It is beyond the reach of words. It is neither mind nor intelligence. How then can I speak this truth to you? I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
Yeah. So it is not knowable as an object, yet it is not unknown. Everything in the world gross and subtle is known in the subject-object relationship, knower, knowing, and known. I, Jim, through seeing, know the table. I, Jim, through hearing, know the traffic. I, through manas, mind, know feeling. I, through buddhi, know thoughts. How do you know you are you? You do not see, hear, taste, touch, smell, emote, or think yourself. Yet you know you are. No one doubts their existence. You introvert your attention in a mind made very quiet, and you have the intellect has the insight. Oh, there's nothing there. And the space of consciousness. Now that thought, isn't it either? Let even that go. Next one.
Nirbhinna bhinna rahitam paramartha tattvam antabarha kinhiha katham paramartha tattvam prakta sambhavam nacha pratam nahi vastu kinchet jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. The supreme reality is devoid of the undivided and the divided. The supreme truth is in no way within or without. It is beyond causation. It is not attached, nor is it any substance. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
Yes. So in fact, the self is in another dimension. When you are the dreamer and inside the dream, you are the aware of the dream. Your mind is what enlivens, is the material cause of the dream. But you, the waker, are outside the dream altogether. You pervade the dream, but you're outside of the dream. So, because of the trick of the subtle intellect, consciousness refracts like a prism into this world of name and form with an individual body and an ego and this incredible Jagat. I've been getting all these astronomy things on my YouTube feed. Things from the James Webb Telescope. Just fantastic stuff out there. How vast, marvelous is the Lord's Leela. All in dimensionless consciousness. What was there before the Big Bang? Time and space were not there. As funny, in the Hebrew scriptures, in Genesis, it says in the beginning, everything was without form, and darkness was on the face of the deep, or the waters. Implication is there's water, or the deep, before creation. And in many, many scriptures, East and West, water is one of the greatest symbols for consciousness. Right there in Genesis. Beautiful, beautiful, hidden mysticism. Then God says, let there be Big Bang, 3. The ground of being, never touched by. Next one.
Ragadi dosha rahitam tvaham eva tattvam devadisho arahitam tvaham tattvam sansara shoka rahitam tvaham eva tattvam jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. I am verily the reality, free of such blemishes as attachment. I am verily the reality, free of such blemishes as destiny. I am verily the reality, free of the grief caused by transmigratory existence. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So, at the moment of realization, it's not that I was this individual and now I'm one with Brahman and I don't ever have to come back. I, Jim, am now free, one with Brahman. No. Just like when you waken from the dream, what do you realize? Oh, it was a long, vivid dream. I never was bound. The self has no karma. The self has no destiny. The self has no evolution. The self has no unfoldment. The self isn't going anywhere. And the truth is, I've always been that. I just thought I was a person. I thought this world was concrete and substantial and separate from me. It seems so vivid, it seems so real, but it never was. Next one.
Sthana trayam yadicha neti katham turiyam kala trayam yadicha neti katham dishascha shantam padam hi param paramartha tattvam jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. If there are no 3 planes of existence, how can there be the 4th? If there are no 3 times, how can there be quarters? The supreme reality is the state of the highest serenity. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
And now he's even taken a baseball bat to Mandukya Upanishad. Oh no, not that one. In Mandukya, we have exegesis on Om. Om, the word is all this. Om is beyond all this. Om is divided into 4 quarters, Chatushpada. Uma in silence. Stands for the waking state. U for the dream state. Ma for the deep state, deep sleep state. The silence stands for the Turiya. 4th in our sequence of discussion, not another mind state, but the consciousness in which the 3 mind states occur. As does time, past, present, and future. As does every trinity, gross, subtle, and causal. Tamas, Rajas, Sattva. All of it. Illusion. Jagan Nitya. Satya. How can I be called the Turiya, the 4th, when the 3 states don't exist? It's like saying, okay, there is space in the cup, space in the room. Okay, I'm going to pull the cup space out. Just leave it right there for now. Now I'm going to take scissors and cut the cup space into thirds. Nonsense. There's nothing there. This world, there's nothing. Both yesterday and tomorrow, just constructs of the mind, which is nowhere standing. All right, next one.
Dirgho lagu punaratiha name vibhago vistara sankata miti name vibhagaha konam hi vartulam tiha name vibhago jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. I have no such divisions as long or short. I have no such divisions as wide or narrow. I have no such divisions as angular or circular. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
So all the ways in which we measure phenomena and time, long, short, round, square, angular, all of it is like a mirage, as Susan said. What am I? Jnanam Amritam. Samarasam, the juice of the nectar of knowledge. Homogeneous existence. One more, then we'll quit.
Mata pitadi tanayadi name kadachit jatam ritam na cha mano na cha me kadachit nirvyakulam sthiramidam paramartha tattvam jnanamritam samarasam gaganopamoham. I never had a mother, father, son, or the like. I was never born and never did I die. I never had a mind. The supreme reality is undistracted and calm. I am the nectar of knowledge, homogeneous existence like the sky.
No mother, no father, no brother, no sister, no friend, no enemy. I am Kevala, alone. No taint, no dirt, no motion, no movement. Don't believe the scripture. Look. All right, I think this is a good place to stop. Which one are we on for next week?
23.
23. Okay, somebody remember it. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.